When the people start talking, and obviously everybody around try to make this fight, I say, look, needs to be big, right? Because Netflix, Riyadh season, everybody interested in this fight. So that's when I realized how big is this fight.
Let me tell you what I think should be going. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez.
He's entitled. It's purely a money thing. They need to make the money to make the money.
But a lot of them, Patrick, you know, a lot of fighters have been, I mean, probably the greatest fighter, the greatest example of a fighter that's been misrepresented.
Canelo said it himself. I fought Crawford for the money. Those words cut through every excuse. He wasn't chasing legacy. He wasn't chasing greatness. He was chasing a payday. And when money becomes the motivation, defeat becomes inevitable.
Yeah, but if you think well, I've been in that position before. No, I'm moving up in weight classes, and I'm in the same position, and doesn't mean anything. I think.
And right after that weak admission, Timothy Bradley Jr. hammered Canelo with his own harsh verdict. Timothy Bradley buried Canelo's career with those words, but Stephen A. Smith said it even sharper. Canelo did this for the money, nothing else. And that's the ugly truth. While Crawford chased greatness, Canelo chased a check, and it showed inside the ring.
I think this is the tail of his career. If he fought Crawford again, I think it'd be worse the second time. You know, go out. Hey, why not do a rematch? $100 million, Turkey? Absolutely. We can do a rematch. That was easy work. That was nothing for Crawford.
Crawford's confidence was untouchable, while Canelo looked like a man who had run out of ideas. The Mexican star once feared for his aura of dominance, but against Crawford he was exposed as slow, predictable, and painfully one-dimensional.
All praise to the Lord above me. I gotta give him all the praise, because without him, I wouldn't be here. And I told y'all, I'm not here just by a coincidence. God bless me, and he made this event, he made this night just for me, and I've been.
Stephen A. Smith questioned whether Canelo even had the tools left to trouble Crawford. Smith's point was brutal but spot on. Canelo couldn't hurt Crawford, and without that threat, the fight was hopeless. All the supposed power he carried up the weights was gone, leaving him looking ordinary while Crawford picked him apart.
Hurt Canelo. If you can't hurt him, I have no doubt he could outbox him. My issue is, if you can't hurt him, what kind of a challenge can you truly pose?
Then Jai Opetaia broke it down from a fighter's perspective. Opetaia highlighted exactly what Canelo lacked: adaptability. Crawford switched stances, adjusted angles, and outthought him every second. Meanwhile, Canelo stood flat-footed, relying on a game plan that was outdated before the first bell even rang.
On points, bro, crazy.
How did you have it?
I had him up, bro, convincingly. Awesome fight. Awesome. Hey, science of the sport. This guy adapts. I knew it.
How did you know he was going to win? Why?
He's got too much ammunition. You know, southpaw, orthodox, on the back foot. That's what changes good from great, is knowing how to adapt. You know, back foot, front foot.
Canelo tried to brush off criticism on Stephen A. Smith's show. Canelo's response came off as excuses. Instead of addressing the glaring flaws, he dismissed valid criticism as opinions. That showed a fighter in denial, clinging to reputation while the world saw a man exposed by a superior opponent.
And 2 of the best pound for pound. And I think this fight is huge and means a lot for me.
When did you realize, when did the moment hit you that this fight can really be big? This fight can really be a major fight that a lot of people are looking to see. When did you know that?
When the people.
Nelson's observation hit home. This wasn't just a loss of belts, it was a loss of pride. Canelo carried himself like boxing's untouchable king, but Crawford stripped that aura and left him looking like a man desperate to protect his image.
Yesterday he said, I don't want a big on my face, I've got to get a job done here. So after the things he said the last time, he knows he probably mugged himself off. I think that probably hurt him more than anything, hit his pride.
And then Sean Porter raised questions about Canelo's mentality. Porter questioned whether Canelo's famed toughness was real or just pride masking weakness. Against Crawford, he didn't show a champion's mentality. He showed frustration, fatigue, and resignation. It wasn't the Canelo who once thrived under fire, but a man fading fast.
It's more than skills paying the bills with this one, man. I think that there's some intangibles with this fight that are internal, you know, the stuff you don't see. And like, for an example, we can talk about Canelo's chin. Is it that he just really has this chin that's really sturdy? Or is it that he has a chin that's sturdy, but he also has a mentality that I won't go down? You know what I mean? Like, that's when I mean, like, internal intangibles. And I think that both these guys possess a tremendous amount of skill, talent, abilities that, you know, to the naked eye, you aren't really aware.
Oscar mocked Canelo's performance, and he was spot on. Canelo looked flat-footed, swinging at air, while Crawford made him look like an amateur. The face of boxing excuse about age didn't wash. Crawford is older, sharper, and proved it under the lights.
God, it makes me horny.
Yeah, baby.
To tell you I told you so.
I told you.
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. The was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
My candy.
He just played with Canelo, made him look silly. And before you start with your about Canelo being old, just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
Then Rolly Romero dropped an even harsher truth. Romero nailed it. Canelo didn't fight to win, he fought to cash out. Fans saw no heart, no fight, just survival. For someone hailed as boxing's king, it was embarrassing. A legend acting like a journeyman desperate for a payday.
He didn't even try to win, bro. He went there for a paycheck. And it's disrespectful to boxing, bro. And he's cashing out of boxing, bro. It's sad to see, man, a great fighter, a legend, to be over there and just trying to cash out of boxing any way he can. It's honestly, it's a disgrace to the sport.
Eddie Hearn, however, turned the spotlight back on Crawford's brilliance. Hearn summed it up. Crawford boxed perfectly, making Canelo look ordinary. While Crawford cruised with skill, defense, and stamina, Canelo looked clueless and heavy-footed. The gulf in class was clear, and there was no argument left to protect Canelo's pride.
Fighter, and tonight he got it perfectly right, boxed the absolute perfect fight, and fully deserved the victory. You know, I know some people felt it was a close fight, but I just felt that he was the better fighter on the night. Beautiful defense. You know, arm will be sore tomorrow, but took so much on the gloves, boxed beautifully offensively, used his footwork great. His engine was incredible, hardly looked like he broke a sweat.
Chisora didn't sugarcoat it. Canelo had the fight to win, but blew it. Crawford executed his plan perfectly, while Canelo froze under pressure. No excuses, no controversy, just failure from a fighter who once claimed to be the sport's standard bearer.
We're fucked. We won't win any war right now. If we go to war with anybody, we're gonna get our ass kicked. Listen, you box amazing. You knew exactly what you wanted to do. I just feel bad for Daniel right now. But you know what? It was his for him to win it, and he fucked it up. Simple.
And the criticism only continued as more voices piled on. Chisora's words sting because they're brutally true. Canelo Alvarez, the self-proclaimed king of boxing, showed none of the bite or grit that defines great champions. He didn't double up his jab, didn't step into range with intent, didn't show that warrior spirit fans expected. Instead, he coasted, hesitant, and unwilling to put it all on the line. Against Crawford, he looked like a man who'd already accepted defeat long before the final bell. Chisora called it plain. Canelo didn't bite down on the gum shield, didn't gamble, didn't say, "To hell with it, I'll go for broke." That's not greatness. That's fear disguised as strategy. Fans pay to see heart, not caution, and on that night, Canelo failed them. He carried the aura of a superstar, but fought like a man protecting his reputation rather than proving it. Crawford didn't just outbox him, he exposed the lack of hunger that Canelo once thrived on.
Got them soft. He didn't throw the double jab. He didn't actually say no one.
He didn't step into it.
He didn't bite his gumshoe and say, no, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Davies captured the story perfectly. Crawford didn't just beat Canelo, he dismantled his aura and elevated himself into the pantheon of all-time greats. From the build-up to the post-fight moment, Crawford oozed class, composure, and ruthlessness. He dictated the tempo, switched gears seamlessly, and punished every flaw in Canelo's game. Meanwhile, Canelo unraveled. When a fighter starts resorting to awkward showboating, it's not confidence, it's desperation. He was visibly frustrated, out of ideas, and humiliated on the biggest stage. Crawford's accuracy, poise, and adaptability made Canelo look like a plodding relic of the past. The so-called face of boxing had no solutions, no adjustments, nothing but empty pride. Crawford, on the other hand, left no doubt. His name is etched among the greats forever. For Canelo, this wasn't just a loss, it was a reality check. His limitations were brutally exposed, and no excuse about weight, age, or circumstances can erase the sight of him being broken down by a smaller, older, but far superior fighter.
Yeah, he's become. There's an argument that he becomes an all-time great with that performance, like you say, because the majesty, the poise, the presence all week, the pinpoint accuracy of everything he did in there, to the fact that in the end Canelo was frustrated and knew he couldn't do anything to Crawford, and he started
visibly frustrated, wasn't it?
No, visibly frustrated that he started to do a weird kind of showboating because he didn't have any answers for what was happening and unfolding in front of him. I think Terence Crawford has rubber-stamped himself as an all-time great tonight.
When Terence Crawford dismantled Canelo Alvarez, the message to the boxing world was undeniable. Legends are built on skill and hunger, not hype and money. Terence Crawford showed the poise, the accuracy, and the ruthlessness of an all-time great, while Canelo looked like a man whose best days had passed him by. The excuses about weight, age, or too many fights don't matter when the truth is this clear. Canelo was outclassed from start to finish. Even Terence Crawford's rivals, like Terence Crawford himself, admitted he's a damn good fighter, but personality aside, greatness cannot be denied. Canelo, once billed as the sport's cash cow and pound-for-pound king, was reduced to looking lost, frustrated, and short of answers. He came for money, Crawford came for legacy, and that difference decided the fight. For boxing fans, this wasn't just an upset, it was a changing of the guard. Crawford's name is written in history. Canelo's aura lies in ruins. The real question now is simple. Can Canelo ever bounce back, or has his time at the top officially ended? What do you think? Fight fans, was this the night Crawford ended the Canelo era? Drop your thoughts below.